This idea probably came to me from watching A League of Their Own, the movie about the 1943 Women's Baseball League during World War II, where I thought, what if we replaced iconic baseball cards with women? Let's go. Number 9. This is the most popular, maybe the most iconic baseball card of all time. It's the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card, and I asked AI, and it made a Marcy Mantle, which on first look I thought this was pretty good, but then I realized she's not in the same position. She looks a little bit cartoonish and doesn't have the same look as the card does. I do like that it put her name in the script. I think overall did a good job. I also like that without prompting it, AI made the card look worn or tattered because it's from 1952. So overall, I gave this one an AI score of 5.5 out of 10, with the extra 5.5 coming from aging the card. But I did have it redo it, and I think Mary Mantle ended up looking way closer in terms of exact positioning, still has the script. She looks a little bit cartoony, but she still looks much closer in a total aesthetic to that card. So I gave this upgrade one a 7 out of 10. Next is the 1953 Topps rookie card of Henry Aaron, obviously Hank Aaron. So let's take a look, and this is pretty creative. AI created Henrietta Aaron, and you can see she's still a little bit cartoony, but they did a great job with the double pictures. And then I want to give AI an extra point because you can see the Milwaukee Braves logo. They made it from a chief to a woman, and so I think that's really good. The hat, the uniform, like jersey, everything, the details on this one is really good. So overall, I gave this one 8 out of 10, and I think if the second picture of her fielding the ball was in black and white, I probably could have gotten this one to a 9 or 10 out of 10. Number 6 is this 1957 Topps Ted Williams card. First of all, I'm a huge Red Sox fan. So AI came up with Theodora Williams. Now, when I immediately saw this, I was like, holy moly, she looks more realistic than the other ones that we've seen. She's in the exact same fielding or batting position here. And if you look especially around the belt area, it looks like a real photo of a uniform that she's wearing. So from the texture of the uniform to sort of like the same deadpan eyes look that Ted Williams has, I mean, there's no notes for me to correct this one. In my opinion, this one's a 10 out of 10, and I may be biased because I'm a Red Sox fan, but this is a great looking card. Number 5, we got the 1983 Topps Wade Boggs rookie card. When I put this into AI, really creatively, it came back with Jade Boggs, which is still pretty funny. I wish it started with a W, but Jade Boggs might be the best female name to go with this. The photo looks really good of the player close up. I can't really tell if both pictures look like they're the same person. I can't tell if Jade Boggs in the close-up photo is the Jade Boggs that's on base there. So overall, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. It looks like a realistic person, so I think it is doing pretty well. Number 4 is the 1975 Topps Nolan Ryan card. And what AI created for us was the 1975 Topps Nancy Ryan card. Identical pose. It's a little bit modernized photo. She looks pretty realistic, slightly cartoonish, but they even put Nancy Ryan in the script. So this one, I feel like they did a phenomenal job. So I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10 as well. Great looking card. Number 3, I decided to switch over to football just because I was running out of ideas for some iconic baseball cards. And I started with this 1986 Topps Jerry Rice card. This is the most collected football card of all time. And they created Jenny Rice. Now, she doesn't look realistic. Her face looks cartoonish. I do love the name Jenny Rice. The card obviously looks great. But they also changed the ethnicity of her and the skin color. So I don't feel like this one was done very well. I do think the Rice spelled on the back of the uniform, it's a minor detail, but I feel like they did a good job with that. But overall, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. It just doesn't look like a realistic person. Her face looks like a cartoon. Number 2 is the 1984 Topps John Elway rookie card. Here he is with the Denver Broncos. And this is a pretty famous, iconic card. So when I gave this to AI, we got back Jan Elway. Pretty close on the name, but more importantly, This looks like a real picture to me. The pose is almost identical. She's only got one finger up instead of two if we want to get picky, but it looks realistic. It looks like she's wearing a real jersey uniform there. So overall, I gave this one a 9 out of 10 as well. And coming up, number one is the 1984 Topps Eric Dickerson rookie card. This card is phenomenal in part because it just looks so 1980s to me. So I gave this to AI and it came back with Erica Dickerson. So perfect naming. Eric to Erica is awesome. I was hoping AI would come back with the glasses. They did a phenomenal job. This looks like a realistic photo of Erica, and she's in an identical position. So I feel like couldn't do any better on this one. So I'm going to give AI a 10 out of 10 on this one as well. This one's a bonus card, so I wanted to see how AI would do with one of these like landscape cards where it goes sideways. So I've got this Mickey Mantle card. That's an iconic, famous one. It's got the picture of him catching the ball. So let's see how it does. We've got Molly Mantle, and first of all, her name's in the script. I think the photo of her in the front here on the right-hand side is phenomenal. What I'm very impressed with is her catching the ball in the left-hand side, and then the crowd doing the same moves with the woman raising her arm. I think it really got most of the details of that crowd almost identical, which is phenomenal. If I had one complaint, I feel like Molly catching the ball over the wall looks a little bit cartoonish and not realistic. Now I know the Mickey Mantle one is not very well focused in the way it's printed. It comes across as potentially cartoonish as well, but overall this one I'm giving it a 9.5. I'm actually pretty impressed with how they did this. All right, one more bonus card. I realized I did mostly vintage cards. I wanted to do one more modern card. So this is the 2011 Topps Update Mike Trout rookie card, which is probably one of the more iconic cards of the modern era. And so I put it in, and we've got Michelle Trout. And now real quickly, looks pretty realistic. I feel like the positioning is almost exactly perfect. If you told me that was Sandra Bullock, I actually would believe you. Doesn't quite look like overly photorealistic, but it's not too bad. And then you can see Mike Trout, the name was written in gold, and they did it in white here. And then I think it says Angels in the red circle above the logo, but they changed this one to a serial numbered card, serial numbered 120 out of 359. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But overall, it looks pretty good. I feel like her uniform and pose looks more photorealistic. It's just her face looks a little bit too cartoonish. So I gave this one an 8 out of 10 overall. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments and whether I should do more stuff like this. All of this was done through Sora 2, if you're wondering. So be sure to watch one of these videos next because YouTube says you're going to love it. And give us a subscribe and a like if you enjoyed any of this content. Thanks.